60% of a service that you're not going to be able to do because that salon doesn't have any clients for you is $0.
Yep. Welcome to Brand Talk with Rachel and Drew. I'm Drew.
I'm Rachel.
Welcome to the show, everybody. We've got a juicy episode today. But first, how are you doing?
I'm good.
We get to check in on the episodes like formally. It's been going.
Been up since 4:30.
You did?
So
Yeah.
Baby I've been up 9 hours now.
Baby
so
was
I'm pretty
crying.
much done with my work day. Checking in for this. So yeah, it's kind of rough right now, but it's fine.
Yeah. What's he doing? It's like 4 a.m. It's like almost like.
It's every night.
Yeah.
He's just ready to be awake. And so then I breastfeed him and he goes right back down. So he'll sleep from 6 to, I don't know, 8:30 or so, but I'm not able to go back to sleep because I'll just be too tired. So I just stay up and I just get the stuff done.
And Hendrix wakes up at like 7:30 and then he's just full send.
I don't mind getting up at that time. It's fine. But what I don't really like is, like I'm starting my day like way early and everyone else is not. And so I'm kind of like, I don't know, I feel like I start getting a little grumpy like in the afternoon when people are like trying to work and I'm like, I'm already put in 9 hours today. So that's all.
Well, today we're going to talk about, there's something you want to talk about with some of the people we talk to, and I'm going to go back and forth with you on it. And it's just people working behind the chair, people wanting to build a brand, and there's this trap almost, The
trap is that people think that basically they can become a millionaire being a hairstylist, and that's not true. It's very difficult to even become a millionaire as a salon owner, and it doesn't matter what your business is generating. It does not just because your business does $1 million doesn't mean that you're a millionaire. That's false. So if your business is profiting $1 million and you have that as an asset, that's different. Then you might be a 1 million millionaire.
But a profitable like that, $1 million in profit.
That's literally impossible.
You're doing 10, 12 mil.
It's impossible.
On a good, with great margins.
Come find me if you think otherwise. I'm telling you, it's literally impossible. With one location, it's impossible.
Yep.
You'd be looking at multiple locations. I even think with 2 locations, it's impossible. So
these things kind of cruise. We found, it's different, but from working with hundreds and hundreds and speaking to thousands and thousands of salon owners, we've seen salons doing nothing, and we've seen them doing up to about 4 million. I think is the most I've heard.
That's not just doing the hairs. That's
there's a butt in there.
That's like med spa stuff. That's hair. That's certainly not booth rental. I can tell you that.
Right.
That is multiple types of services and a large space and double or triple shifting chairs. It's a lot. It's a lot of cooks in the kitchen making it move. That's not like it could do that. But it's like going to take a lot of people, a lot of strategy, and a lot of organization, and a lot of corporate tools and stuff to like get it there.
And then I noticed if you push something to that level, salon they can. This is our experience, but they can cruise 2.5 a year. They can operate.
You're like to get to the cruise though. Like you have to get up to that optimal speed, just like in a car. Like you can't just like press cruise control and like you're like at the speed that you want to go. No, you have to get up to that point and you have to also verify like, okay, it's safe for me to press this button and take my foot off the gas. It's going to keep going. And that requires strategy, and it's not a guessing game. It's very specific steps, very specific tools, strategies, things to deploy in the business. And it takes it's going to challenge the person that owns the business too, because it's going to be completely different than what she's likely done before.
Yeah.
So, which requires a different mindset, because I can tell you, like me today, very different than me when I first opened the salon. So, do I still have the same heart for the business? Yes. Do I am I still like I would say I'm more scrappy now than I was then. I'm still scrappy. But it requires a very, very different mindset, and everything that almost kind of goes out the window, and you have to be open to trying new things. Salon owners, this is your moment. SalonCon 2026 is happening in Miami, January 24th through the 27th. This is the ultimate event to bring your A players. Leave all your B's and C's at home. Not only will they get it certified in a brand new extension method, they'll also learn the sales and marketing strategies that actually grow revenue and keep your clients coming back for more. This is a 3-day event of high-level education, luxury networking, and powerhouse speakers, all designed to future-proof your business. Bring your team, elevate your business. Join us at SalonCon Miami, where millions are made. Get your tickets in the description below. Now back to the episode.
With us, as we did that and got involved in that, started helping other salon owners, the hairs just remained at the top of what was making us the most money. So it was always the hair.
It's the thing that makes the most sense, because you have two very different business models. You have you're going to do a bunch of services. You got the volume game, right? And then you've got and you're also sharing about half of that revenue with the talent, the people that are performing the service and yes, they deserve to make good money because they're the one doing the services. So that's one thing. Then you've got this other thing that, is the brand thing is way more scalable, purely just in the sense of it's a more simple operation, and it requires very little overhead to make it happen. And it also allows you to earn income while you're sleeping, without you having to lights on, business is open, receptionist showed up, stylist showed up, client shows up. It's there's so many boxes that have to get checked for any dollars to get earned in the salon. Whereas on the e-commerce side, on the brand side, you can make sales while you're sleeping. This is happening. This is nothing new. Look at any e-com business there is. Look at Amazon, look at Target, look at everyone, look at Etsy. People can make money while they're sleeping, which is incredible. But in the salon space, everyone has always relied on the in-person,
it's
stuff.
The exchange for time.
Yes,
it's a service, but it's easy to wrap your head around services from what we've done, talking to people. I can do this service and I can monetize that service. And it's more difficult to put together a product line to make money outside of that time exchange, which we help people do all the time. But it was difficult. It's hard to figure that out on your own. It took us a long time and a lot of money and a lot of mistakes to get that right.
It's not difficult to figure out how to have how to create a brand. You can go create a business. You can slap a logo on something. As far as
make some stickers.
You could do that. But is the product that you're selling something that's going to be something you rely on, that are going to keep people coming back for more? Or is it going to be a product that's going to become a headache, and then now you're dealing with a bunch of issues and people emailing you and pissed off about the product, and they can't trust you or count on you, and then they just go drag your name through the mud, locally or nationwide, whatever. That's happened with extension companies because they're unwilling to have a really incredible product because they don't want to spend the money on it, on the development of it. Or they originally start with that type of product, and then their overhead becomes something that is unsustainable. They're not profitable. So what do? They have to start cutting their costs. And I believe the worst thing to cut is going to be the good product. Cut anything but that, because that's the thing that's what your whole brand is made on. You can't mess with the product.
Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to be more price competitive. And if you start playing in that world, you're going to have to cut quality. And salon owners, including us, cannot compete in the price marketplace. That is IKEA, that is Walmart, that is Amazon. It is not Amazon is not the quality deal. We had to get some more cables for the studio, and for some reason we can't find them on Amazon. So I had to go direct to the company. They're going to be way better cables. I can already tell they're higher quality because I'm going directly with a private company, where Amazon, it's cheap stuff,
Yeah.
And if you play that game, it's just be careful if y'all are out there, and if your listeners out there, stay in the quality, stay high quality, as highest quality as you can. Because if you go down the price rabbit hole, you it's a race to the bottom, and then your margins go, your team can't grow, and you're just stuck.
You lose the respect of everyone. You lose the trust of everyone, which costs you way more than whatever couple quick bucks you're trying to save and put back in your pocket. So where there's value, if there's enough value there, it doesn't matter what the price is, you're going to have a buyer.
Yeah, and the way to think about it is a couple years ago, got bit by a copperhead. You know, when that happened, I wasn't checking the prices of the hospitals. You know,
No.
I needed to get there before. I didn't know what was going to happen. You know, I know my leg hurt, but because I valued the support and the help that I needed, so price wasn't on my, wasn't checking out menus. I needed to go because I valued having someone look at that. I valued whatever I needed at that time. Getting bit by a venomous snake.
All right, guys, real quick. If you're a salon owner who's tired of grinding behind the chair with nothing to show for it but a sore back and an inconsistent bank account, you need to BYOB, build your own brand. This is our signature program helping salon owners all across the country launch their own private label hair extension line under your name with your profit margins and your rules.
It's not just about services. It's about creating an actual brand that can sell while you sleep. Our students are launching their own Shopify stores, wholesaling to local stylists, and finally stepping into the CEO seat without having to reinvent the wheel.
We're literally handing you the playbook. Branding, fulfillment, marketing, legal, all of it. If you've got the hustle, we've got the system.
Click the link in the description below to book a discovery call with our team. Let's build a business that works for you and not the other way around.
BYOB, because doing hair should be because you want to, not because you have to. Yeah. And I think like pricing is so important, and like math is so important whenever people are creating their brand, because and whether it be your brand and the salon, doing the services, doing the hairs, you are a smoothie shop, creating your menu and your pricing and what's it going to be and how, what's everything priced at. Or your brand of products, retail, extensions, whatever. Like the math has to be there, and you have to also make sure that the value is there, because if you like your business's overhead and also what you want to earn as an owner of whatever brand it is, if it's a salon, if it's a hair brand, if it's a freaking smoothie shop, it's all the same. If you want to make money and you want to make a paycheck for yourself and have money for taxes, savings, etc., and growth, you have to take into consideration all of those things whenever you build out your pricing structure. And I see so many people, literally everyone, looking over the fence to see what other people are charging. And then they're like, oh, okay. They trust that. They look and like, oh, so-and-so big brand hair brands is charging this, so I'm going to charge this too. No. Like, it's okay to identify like your top competitors and what their price points are, but you have to build in what do you want to earn as a brand owner, business owner, smoothie shop owner, whatever, and be able to build that back into the price. And then you can determine what the price of that product or service or whatever is going to be. And you need to leave room for growth too, because if you have a team member, let's say, I see people do this all the time. They take on stylists, promise them more commission than where they've been because they're desperate to hire them, and they
70%.
70%. Yeah, it's like, yeah, okay.
Cooked.
It's funny. We had several stylists kind of quit one by one from one of our locations, and I'm like actually thrilled that they did, because I didn't think they were like the correct fit for the business. And one of them was like, I just had an offer that I just couldn't refuse, and I'm like, okay, that person that's offering you the offer you can't refuse, that person literally has no idea what that's going to do to their company, even in the next 6 months to a year. So I just think it's like people will very carelessly put together pricing structures, and they don't know why. And they just roll with it because it sounds good and everyone likes it.
Yeah, they're trying to make something attractive, but what it's going to do, it's death by 1,000 cuts of the business. Like it's going to bleed it out, basically.
Yeah.
So it's slowly though, but it'll be all great. Like they'll come in like, oh, I'm getting these huge commissions, and they're working hard.
Well, guess what?
You're heading
60% of a service that you're not going to be able to do because that salon doesn't have any clients for you is $0.
Yep.
So, where the safest place for a stylist's feet to be? Inside of a busy salon, not inside of a salon that there's crickets. So like it's 60% of of nothing is worse
Big
than
donut.
40% of something. So I think that a lot of people don't really think about the bigger picture when they're making
No.
decisions about where they're going to work, and they'll just like make decisions based off a commission percentage, and it's just absolutely the wrong idea. And also the service pricing, for God's sakes, like that right there is also going to depend on what you're actually taking home, because if you, and this also happens all the time too, where you've got a stylist that's like, oh, I'm going to go, work over here. They just have more clients. It's like, okay, well, you might be doing 4 clients a day at $120 a ticket. Well, over here, you might be doing 3 clients a day at $440 a ticket. Like, do the math. Tell me where you win.
Yeah. What's the math too?
I'm going to do it right now.
No, I'm just saying, just how to think about it.
It's just not, it doesn't yield them having a bigger end of the stick, which is ultimately what they want.
Yeah, you got to understand how numbers operate and averages work, and really look at the whole dynamics of whatever decision that they're looking to do. And there's so many, I've spoken to so many salon owners who say, yeah, but Drew, in my town, my clients won't XYZ, limiting belief about money. And that's why the salon's not bringing in what it could bring in, because the owner thinks that they live in like the slum and no one's going to pay anything.
Well,
I'm like, if you got houses, you got cars, you got roads, unless you live in the woods alone and people are coming to your tent in a tent world, like it's going to be you. If I had a nickel for every salon owner who was like, I don't know if I can build a luxury brand because price, not understanding what they're fully seeing. And we've just seen this through data, through our own companies, and working with salons all over the country, from Alaska to New York to Florida to Texas, Midwest, Canada. It's just something that we've been able to see a pattern of.
It's easier to see something if you're not all up in it.
Yep.
But I will say that this industry specifically is notorious for like laughing off the idea that like they just don't know. They don't know something, or they don't, they can't do math. They're not a numbers person, this, that, or the other. Like, guess what? You don't believe you're a numbers person, you're going to be broke.
Yeah, everything.
Broke.
Everything is numbers.
Yes, everything. I mean, even your formulation and behind the chair of how many grams you're going to use in this. I mean, it's all important. And everybody has the same advantage. Everybody has the same opportunity. Everybody has information at their fingertips. And this phone is the absolute detriment of most people of why they can't do something, because they're too distracted. They are consuming more than they're creating. They are not learning. They're being entertained. And it's honestly a waste of time. So that it's all about you being able to like choose what your future is going to be. And there's a lot of stylists out there that choose to be dumb. They choose to be dumb. There's a lot of salon owners that choose to be dumb.
There's avoiding responsibility.
You can choose to be smart. You can choose to learn things. You can choose to listen to podcasts. You can choose to find the answer. And that is right there what the very, very clear separation is between people who make it in the industry and people that don't, and people who are still behind the chair at 70-something years old, because they literally will not, they will not get out of their own way and learn the thing they need to learn to grow.
Yeah, and when you're younger, when you get older, there's something that happens to your brain. It does harden. Like literally, your brain will harden. I learned this in aviation school. Like when you're younger, you're more malleable. That's why it's easy to learn languages when you're young. But as you get older, it's a physiological hardening of your brain, and it's more difficult to learn new things. Not impossible. It's just more difficult to do. So if you are in your 20s, 30s, even 40s, like the time to learn is now. I mean, if you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s listening to this, you can still learn and implement these things and grow your company. But it's their own, it's like they're in their own trap.
Yeah.
I
mean, Alzheimer's and everything. I mean, that's just like, it's people are getting diagnosed younger and younger and younger because they're not challenging themselves. Diet's out of whack. They're not, providing nutrients into the body. They're not doing any of those things. So it's like, and yes, a lot of it could be maybe in the family, or it runs in your DNA. All the more reason to like do something different and try and prevent that from happening. But the point of the matter is, like, if you want to be able to hit your first $1 million, build your dream house, take your dream vacation, set your kids up for success. Like, you want to do any of the things that you want to do, it's going to require money, and it's going to require you figuring out how to leverage more than just your time. You trading time for a dollar. You have to be able to figure out, how can I diversify? How can I have multiple income streams? So that way it's just not so hard to get there. It's a lot more just easy and simple to get there, actually, if you have a couple different income streams contributing to the main goal.
Yeah, for sure. So that's something we wanted to bring up and mention today on this episode. We're just hearing a lot of it, and want to bring into like what we're picking up in the marketplace to the listeners here. Yep. Real pragmatic stuff going on in the beauty industry. So,
yep. If you're interested in building your own brand, or you're interested in building your business, we're going to put a couple links in the description for you guys. Our BYOB business membership is opening its doors. So you will have the opportunity to get in on that and be able to enroll. You'll have immediate access to all of our templates, resources, downloads, videos, workbooks, and weekly live calls inside of our community. In that membership, as well as in our BYOB brand development program, we will help you build your own brand of hair extensions and build that other income stream that will make you money while you sleep. It's so exciting. We have so many people that are growing. I get wins sent to me every single day. I have just today alone, I've had 3 people reach out with their results that they're getting. And it's just the best thing ever to see how quickly things can turn around. I mean, one person in particular, I just saw her post. She posted a video of her kind of upset, not even a year ago, like super upset, doubting herself, about to just pull the plug on the whole thing. And her husband's like, I did not marry someone who quits. And she like persevered, and she found the answer, and she got help and information that she needed to change the game for her. And now she just signed her lease on her brand new salon for her and her team. And she has sold out classes, her brand's selling online. She's just crushing it. I think you know who I'm talking about, but she's just killing it. Shout out to Bree Morgan. She is on fire. So I just want to let everybody who's listening know or watching, you can be just like that. You can do that too. But the thing that separates people who get results like Bree, and the thing that people don't get results, is just that behavioral mindset thing of just, I'm not gonna quit. So if you're in a season of life's hard, things are difficult, this is heavy, whatever the season is, and you need help, talk to us. We have free resources. We have paid resources. We have all kinds of things, all kinds of opportunities for you to get some quick wins in your business if that's what you're needing, or to be a part of something more long-term. We can help you there too. But doing nothing isn't going to help the situation. And that's a fact. So, but anyways, I just think that, this episode is going to be life-changing for, even if it's just 5 people listening to this. I feel like this is the type of conversation that people need to hear out in the world and in the industry.
Well, yeah, this podcast is growing a lot.
Yes.
So there's a lot more than a handful of folks listening to this, and we're putting a lot of time, energy, effort into this. Our full team is kicking ass on this. There's a whole production team producing all this stuff now, which is wild.
Tens of thousands of listeners.
Because I was in the same room with my phone trying to make a rickety clip back in like a year and a half ago. So if you guys want to hear something, or there's something you want us to cover, reach out to us. We're here. We're here to serve you guys and make this time together as valuable as possible.
Absolutely. Well, wherever you guys are headed to, if you're driving, if you're watching online, hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you later.